What's up, guys? My name is Matt and I am refreshed. And today I want to talk about something that's really near to my heart, and that is all of these chronic symptoms that so many people are suffering with today. And one, they are unaware that they don't have to suffer anymore, that they are reversible, and that it is not normal. And two, that it's typically the sign of a larger underlying health condition. So the symptoms I'm talking about are things like gas and bloating, cramping after a meal, indigestion, heartburn, chronic migraines, fatigue, the inability to fall asleep or stay asleep at night, right? All of these things are common symptoms that so many people are experiencing today. And to kind of make my point, I'm going to use myself as an example. So growing up, I had a lot of digestive issues. I had things like gas, bloating, cramping, heartburn, and I had chronic migraines, right? So we kept going to the doctor, and they're prescribing medications for, the constipation and the migraines, and they may temporarily have alleviated the symptoms I was experiencing, but ultimately the underlying health condition still remained. So eventually down the road, it turns out that I have a diseased gallbladder, and of course their answer is, oh, we need to remove it. You see, so our current medical industry is all about drugs and invasive surgery because that is where the money is at. But now the question presents itself. What causes the breakdown of the body like that and this disease cycle? And the answer is actually pretty simple. One, it's overtoxicity, and two, just a complete lack of nutrition. And these things actually go hand in hand. To prove my point, I want you to think about the body as an engine in a car. So every engine requires a specific type of fuel. And if you don't use that type of fuel, it leads to the corrosion and the breakdown of that engine over time. The engine also requires regular maintenance and oil changes. So what happens if you don't get an oil change regularly? Well, the oil gets really thick and it becomes dirty, and it leads to the breakdown of the engine. So the human body works in the exact same way. So we require a specific type of fuel source. We need the essential vitamins and minerals that the body requires to function properly. And at the same time, if we don't properly detoxify the body, then we end up with blood that is thick and toxic, and it leads to disease. So really, let's oversimplify this concept. So the body is really three things. It's blood, which is our life force. It is the lymphatic system, which is our cellular waste removal system, and then 32 trillion cells. And what happens is when we eat, the body digests the food and the nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. Those nutrients are then dispersed throughout the entire body for the cells to feed on them. And just like we create waste from eating, so do our cells. And that waste is removed through the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is moving out viruses, pathogens, toxins. It's removing all of those things. And if we don't cleanse and detoxify regularly, well, it begins to build up in the body, and the blood will get thick and toxic, and then the disease cycle will begin. So how do we stop and even reverse this disease process? Well, I'm going to give you 4 steps that you can implement today that will alleviate these symptoms and get you back to the health that you deserve. So my first step here is to get in as much of the good fuel source as you possibly can. This is going to be the essential vitamins and minerals you can find in things like fruits and vegetables. And they're actually the building blocks for all the body's natural processes, such as hormone production, digestion, detoxification, and immunity. So if we're not getting enough of these nutrients in, the body is not going to be able to function properly. So how do we get enough of these nutrients? Well, I'm a big fan of things like fruit fasting, or just fasting on fruits and vegetables for an extended period of time. And this gives the digestive system a break. You're getting an upkick in nutrients, and you're also rehydrating the body, which is crucial. Another option is to begin implementing some juicing. And it's just like mainlining nutrients directly into your body. It's awesome. You can also try some superfood smoothies, and anything like that is really going to help you to get that upkick in nutrients that you need. My second step here is you gotta get rid of the bad stuff. You gotta stop eating all the poison and the junk food. So if your goal is to heal and detox, it's not going to benefit you to keep inputting the poisons into your body. So if you look at the leading causes of death in the United States, almost all of them are food-related illnesses such as cancer, diabetes, heart disease, even dementia. So if you're wanting to avoid those types of diseases, then it's in your best interest to remove these foods and get in all the vitamins and minerals that you need to fight it off. My third step here is you gotta make sure that 1, you're getting enough sleep, and 2, you're giving your body adequate rest. So as far as sleep goes, is you want to make sure that you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep. Most of us know this. And if you're not, then you're really doing yourself a disservice when it comes to healing, because your body does most of the healing during the REM sleep process. So if you're really chronically ill, then you're going to want more than 8 hours. You want as much sleep as you can possibly get, and this step is crucial. Now, to give your body adequate rest, what I recommend, as always, is fasting. So whenever you eat, your body utilizes about 70% of its energy on digestion. So if you cease to eat, then your body has 70% more energy to utilize towards healing and detoxification. So this is really a great option for you. Now, my fourth and final step is about targeting your specific condition, right? So if we go back to my example of my gallbladder, I needed specific foods and supplements in order to help me heal that. So for a liver gallbladder issue, you want sour, bitter foods. Things like dark leafy greens, green apples, grapefruits. All of these things are really great to help support a healthy liver and a healthy gallbladder. Now, you also want to get in some supplements. And since the gallbladder is right underneath the liver and they work hand in hand, for a healthy gallbladder, you also want a healthy liver. So you can take supplements such as milk thistle, dandelion, and artichoke, and all of these things are going to help give the body what it needs to heal and detox. So I really appreciate you guys listening to my video, and I hope that you can take this, implement some of this into your life, and reverse the conditions that you're suffering with today. Just know that you can overcome, you can heal, and you do not need drugs or vaccines to do it. All you need is the food that God created, because food is medicine.